The French accent are being hard to understand. I get. I've been watching. I told you I binged The Boys recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got really hooked into it now. Which is weird because everybody was talking up the previous 3 seasons, and I still just didn't watch it. And now that everybody is shitting on the 4th season, I'm like, I should watch it.
I don't know anybody that's shitting on the 4th season.
Dude, there's so many videos out right now about how the boys betrayed their fans, about how it's going too hard into making fun of conservatives. It's a lot of people are talking about that Huey scene, apparently, where it spends a good amount of time of him getting not so consensually,
Yeah, I remember that scene.
And apparently the creator said that was the funniest episode he ever made. And I was like, oh.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious, but oh my gosh, was it painful to watch. It was bad.
Anyways, I've been watching The Boys. The first 3 seasons, ranked in my opinion, is season 1, 3, and 2.
That's fair.
But Frenchie is fucking hilarious. But there's several times where I have to rewind and be like, what the fuck did he just say? But I swear to God, I don't know how many times I've just been sitting in my room and just say, he's trying to get in my ass.
So me and my roommates watch that together whenever the episodes release. And we actually watch it with subtitles on. They just prefer it that way. So it's a lot easier to understand when I can read along with it most of the time. And sometimes I just take a lot of jokes. It's like, oh,
we talked about how stupid you have to be to believe Homelander is the good guy.
Yeah.
And through the first 3 seasons, I'm telling you right now, I could see why conservatives would think he's the good guy. The reason I say that is because he is a hyped up version of what they believe. So if you just ignore a lot of what he does and just say, oh, it's a few bad apples, they'll be like, yeah, no, he's doing his thing. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
I don't see how people could be like they betrayed the fans because they very obviously led up to the things happening in season 4.
Well, I still have not watched season 4.
I'm not going to spoil it for you or anybody else listening, but it obviously it's not a surprise is what I'm saying.
Right.
So it's just I don't see where people could be coming from. In all honesty, just
and also watching it now, I always heard that The Boys was fun. Like a lot of conservatives who think they're going too heavy on making fun of them in season 4. A lot of them say well, it made fun of both sides. And after watching those 3 seasons, no, it didn't.
No,
it didn't.
No.
The jokes that came to the jokes about Blue that were in the show were coming from Red characters that were supposed to be representations of Red.
Yeah.
And it was just their perspective on what Blue is. It wasn't making fun of Blue. It was making fun of Red using jokes that Red uses against Blue.
Yeah.
So this whole they made fun of both sides. No, they didn't. They don't well, I shouldn't say they don't like you. They make fun of you.
It's a very extremist view of the world, especially if there were superpowers. You ever see I can't remember the name of this show.
Watchmen.
But it's like Superman but bad guy.
There's thousands of those.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. It's a newer show. I say newer.
So you have Brightburn.
Mm-hmm.
You have Watchmen. Watchmen was a very realistic view on superheroes.
Yeah.
Are you just saying evil Superman?
This show that I'm thinking of has the dad who is an alien who is just going to try and take over Earth because he wanted to. And then he had his son who he was trying to teach that he was a higher being than everybody else.
Right.
And he could do whatever he wanted. That's basically what I'm I'm thinking of.
Okay. Well, I've never seen that show.
Yeah, I haven't really watched much of it either. My roommate watches it. It's an interesting show, I'll give it that, but it's just like a very extremist view on all superheroes and things they could do, just like The Boys is. And I don't see how people could think there's any good side to especially how they're portraying the Red, because you know who the Red is. And it's just I don't see it. I don't see how people could be like, "Oh, he was a good guy."
The most fascinating superhero stories come in terms of like X-Men. And I think we've talked about this before. And the reason I gave was because sometimes it's just a mutation. And sometimes that mutation just fucking blows. And it's pretty much the same thing in like The Boys. The Boys, you could get one of the S tier superpowers, or you can just get fucking claws in your wrists.
Yeah.